Hey guys, Ramsey here with the Rajathon YouTube channel, and I wanted to film a tag. I haven't done one in quite a while, and so I thought this would be a cool opportunity to film one. This is the book addiction tag made by Noah. Well, not made by Noah. Sorry, start over on that one. The book addiction tag, I was tagged by Noah from Everyone Who Reads It Must Converse. Great channel. Wonderful guy. He actually lives pretty close to me. And he was tagged by Carrie from A Very Literary Carrie, and that's actually how I found her channel. She's a really good channel too. So I'll link both of them down below. And this tag was really cool. Basically, it's just about like how much you love books. So I wanted to get this one out. I'm trying to catch up on all the tags that I've been tagged in. Going down from 2 videos a week to 1 video a week is kind of tough to get reviews and tags out, and then TBRs and all that kind of stuff. So try to catch back up on some of these. Maybe do 2 or 3 in a week or something and just knock some of them out. But starting with this one, book addiction tag, question 1, we're looking at what is the longest amount of time you can go without picking up a book. I can go a week or so probably, and it's not a big deal. A lot of times when I get home on the weekends, the kids want to play, and I can go an entire weekend without reading. It's, for me, during the week, it's a really good, easy way for me to kind of wind down in the evenings, and I kind of read a little bit. And then driving, I do a lot of audiobooks while I'm driving back and forth for work. I fix an elevator, drive to another building, fix an elevator, drive to another building. And then while I'm working on the elevators, I can even listen with headphones in while working on a door operator or a machine or something like that. So during the week, I probably don't go any days out of the week where I don't read. But on the weekends, there's a lot of times when I go a whole weekend without reading. Question 2, how many books do you carry around with you at any one time, physical or ebook? If we were doing ebook, I've got my Kindle with me most days because I actually have some electrical drawings and stuff on there, like common ones that I can use. I scan those as a PDF, and so I can pull those up on my file. I've probably got maybe 200, 300 books on my Kindle. So there's a ton of books on there. And then I generally carry about 1 to 2 books in the truck with me for lunchtime stuff. And right now I currently have the Lost Fleet book in the truck with me, and I try to read a chapter of that a day. And then I come home and I read, some of these other books that I've got here. Question 3, do you keep every book that you receive or buy, or are you happy to pass them on to make space for more? Generally, I keep most of the books that I buy because I spent money on them. I'm kind of a tight-fisted person, and so by hanging on to the books, I feel like I'm keeping my investment. I feel like that's an investment one day I can hand to my kids, be like, here's my library, guys. And I feel like it would be a big deal to hand to them. And I feel like that'd be a big deal to hand to them, and that maybe they would appreciate it, but maybe they wouldn't. I don't know. But I don't mind sometimes, like especially if I accidentally buy 2. I don't mind getting rid of that second one, or if it's a book I just don't think I'll ever read again or I'll never get to, I will get rid of those as well. I'm really good about lending my books. Like if I've enjoyed a book, I'll give it to my mom. She's usually good about giving it back. My sister is not being very good right now about giving them back, but I'm still gonna lend her books. She's pretty awesome. So I'll tag a video where I lent her a bunch of books up in the description above. We did a video together. She was awesome on the channel. Question 4 is, how long would you spend in a bookshop or on a standard visit? Generally, my normal visit, like going into like a Goodwill or Half Price Books, I do it on my lunch break, so I got a 30-minute cap. So I've got a quick scan and get out. If I had my way, I'd probably do an hour, maybe an hour and a half. Like I've literally had times where I'm going through Goodwill going, that one, and just I've got to move that fast because you're 3 shelves, and you just want to get through and not go too long, I guess. Question 5 is, how much time per day do you spend reading? I like physically, maybe an hour. Like on average through like all of the week. Like it's probably about an hour. There's some days where it's maybe 2 to 3, some days where it's none. So I would say average an hour. And then audiobooks, I probably do about 4 hours of audiobooks a day. I drive an hour to work and an hour back. So there's 2 hours, and then just back and forth travel, and then listening while I'm working. Probably about 4 hours a day on audiobooks. Question 6, where does the task picking up a book appear on your daily to-do list? It's at the end, unfortunately. I've got little kids. When I get home, it's take care of the kids, take care of the dog, help with dinner, help clean up a little bit around the house. We're just really, really busy. I got an 8 and a 10-year-old, so it's just It's not one of those where, I can pick up a book as soon as I get home. It's, oh, the kids are in bed. Now I can finally stop and read. But I'm really bad about once I hit the pillow, I'm asleep. So I'll try to read in bed and it just doesn't work out. So I've actually got to sit up and read or I'll fall asleep. How many books do you own in total? I should have counted before we did this tag. I have no idea. You could probably tell, like, books are actually getting their own stacks now because I've run out of bookshelf space. So I would assume probably 300 or more on physical books, and then about the same on ebooks. But some of those are doubles. So question 8 is approximately how often do you bring up books in a conversation? With somebody I know and they're not a reader, almost never. With somebody who is a reader and I know, all the time. And then I try to do like the feel you out thing when I'm meeting a new person. Had a guy recently, we were working on an elevator, and I had the headphones in, and he was working on the card access badge readers inside the elevator, so he needed me to do something. And so I took the headphones out, and I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just listening to Rhythm of War." And he knew what I was talking about. I was like, kind of fishing, I was like, "Oh, well, has he read any Sanderson?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, yeah, I'm really enjoying it too." I was like, "Yes!" So I do bring it up with new people. Question 9: what is the biggest book page count that you have finished reading? Still Oathbringer by Brandon Sanderson. That one is just a long, chunky, heavy book. It's that one. But yeah, still the longest one I've read. Question 10: is there a book that you've had to get your hands on against all odds? Searched bookstores, online digging, stalked an author, eBay, whatever. No, I don't think so. I looked. Usually, when I do that, I'm looking for a deal. A lot of times, we personally are going through being debt free. Like, if I do everything right, in 5 years, we'll be completely debt free, house included. So I have really scaled some stuff back. Like, I'm not going to do a Patreon because I can't support anyone else's Patreon. These are these are decisions that we've made to be debt free. So I look for the best deals on books. Like, if it's not at my library and I can't find it used at like a Goodwill or a thrift store, I'm probably not going to pick it up. Like, I went to a Barnes and Nobles the other day, and it was like $20 for the sequel to The Shadow of What Was Lost, and I was like, "There's just no way that I can pay that. I just don't want to, really. I mean, it's not something I'm wanting to do at this time in my life, is pay a lot of money for books. Just because of where we are financially in our lives, we really have some goals that we're striving towards. So no, there has not been any that I just had to have that I'd pay any price for, but I have looked for some, like a good deal on some through different, thrift books, or some people have suggested some other deal websites for books, where I can save some money, maybe get a book for $5 instead of $20. I will do that. 11: is there a book that you struggle to finish because you refuse to DNF? Yes. Um, I actually did end up DNFing it. It was the second book in the Sun Eater series. It's The Howling Dark by Christopher Rocchio. Um, I enjoyed book one, gave it 5 stars. It's one of the best books I read of last year. And then I started getting into book two, and it wasn't bad. It was just slow, and I was struggling to read it. I found myself wanting to pick up other things, and I don't know why. It's not like I didn't enjoy the times that I was reading it, but I just had no motivation to get back to it. And that was a tough book for me for some reason. I don't know why it was that way for me, but it was just really, really hard for me to get into that second book. Question 12: what are 3 or some of your main book goals for 2021? I would like to again read 100 books. That was awesome. I got that many books in. A lot of them audiobooks, but 100 books would be awesome. Continue the presidential read along. Get a bunch of biographies in. That's something I haven't done a lot of in the past, and I'm finding myself really enjoying learning more about historical figures. Maybe get like the Einstein biography in, or Benjamin Franklin sometime this year as well. And then some more indie authors. Get some more indie authors, maybe read their books and review them. I'm just about done with June Chevalier's book. And so I'm really excited to be able to bring that to you guys, bring you a review and maybe an author interview. And I think that would be something that would be really, really nice as a goal to get more recognition for indie authors. Question 13. Have you ever had the privilege of converting someone into a reader by incessant nagging or inspiration? I've got people to read a series that I was excited about, but I don't think I've ever had somebody who is not a reader and I go, here, try this, and they've become a reader. My entire family, my brothers and sisters, and my mom and my dad, we all read. And so a lot of times I'll hand them a series and I'll be like, here, try this. I've got a buddy who was a big Dresden Files fan, and he got me interested in Dresden Files, and I got him interested in the Wheel of Time. And so that was a really cool back and forth. And so I've done it that way, but I've never like made somebody become a reader by nagging them to become a reader. I don't know if that's even possible. It might be. I could assume it'd be possible if the person you nagged used to love reading and then just kind of fell off, and then you gave them a good book and they got back into it. Would kind of be my guess there. The last question is, describe what books mean to you in 5 words. Let's see if I can do this in 5 words. An escape to another world. Haha, yeah, first try. That it's just time for me to de-stress. I can get into another world, another universe, meet people I've never met before. That's why I love reading. So I am going to tag some friends. I'll do Lena from the Significantly Advanced Lena. I love her channel. She's really awesome. I want to do Jordan from A Hardback Life. He's an awesome guy. And I'll do Miss Richardson Reads. She's an awesome channel as well. So I would love those people to try this book addiction tag, and hopefully they do. I'll talk to you later. Bye.